Thank you for having me, sir, in this program. It's a matter of, first of all, I would like to express my deepest condolences to all the bereaved families who lost their loved ones. This is not India at all, the way it is going on. It's very unfortunate because people who have gone for tourism, for tourist purposes, who are working so hard in life, go for a relaxation, go to one of the finest places on this earth, Kashmir, and find themselves uh, in a spot which even God can't think of. It's very unfortunate what has happened. So, my deepest condolences for all the family members. Now, this is a problem which needs to be addressed from the root. No doubt, terrorists have to be eliminated. There is no doubt in that. Our Prime Minister has taken many steps, starting from the diplomatic terms, which is vital as far as country to country is concerned. They have also stopped a very important treaty, that is Indus Treaty, which will actually affect Pakistan more than anyone else. And whatever the grievances or threats that Pakistan are giving, that we read of late, are fundamentally hollow. So there's no point in putting any stress on that, or any to take anything seriously in that. However, coming back, the route, as I said, killing of the terrorists is essential, vital for taking the revenge immediately for whatever has happened. We had to find them out, like Prime Minister says, go to hunt them from wherever they are in this world, and eliminate them. That is essential. That is to save the soul of India, so the soul of India rests in peace, nothing else. Secondly, the root actually rests with the various terrorist camps which are there in the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, as well as the ISI, which is actually training them and giving them all types of assistance. Like our Prime Minister said, we have to, if required, take the sternest of actions, including, if required, bomb the camps or eliminate the camps which are there in Pakistan, which are either directly or indirectly uh, promoting or not stopping this terrorism, and encouraging them to come up. Because as we have seen very well till now, Pakistan is one of the terror states which is promoting terror in this world. And for the first time, you may be aware, even Saudi Arabia has condemned this. I don't think anyone who doesn't condemn this are having any sort of emotions with respect to humanitarianism. This is to be highly condemned, and this cannot be repeated. This is my initial thoughts
Yeah,
on this.
thank you so
Thank
much. And now coming to the attack, ये अटैक भारत के ऊपर जिस तरीके से हुआ है और जितना गुस्सा पहले कभी नहीं देखा गया भारतीयों में, इंडियंस में, एज एन इंडियन वी ऑल आर really absolutely disappointed and frustrated and angry. Now, the good thing is that Narendra Modi has come back immediately. Even Nirmala Sitaraman, she was on the tour of US. She has come back. एंड नाउ जिस तरीके से गवर्नमेंट ये इस तरीके से ये जो एक्शन में अभी है, तो मैं आपको एक प्रोफेसर पुरानिक साहब से पूछना चाहूँगा कि इसमें ये जो अपोजिशन है, आई एम रियली डिसअपॉइंटेड टू, मैंने एक स्टेटमेंट देखा रॉबर्ट वाड्रा का, और वो बोलते हैं कि दिस इज बिकॉज कि जो मुसलमान है उनको दबाया जा रहा है, दिस इज द रिपरकेशन ऑफ दैट। मीन्स ऐसे टाइम पर जब पूरा देश गुस्से में, मतलब इस बॉइलिंग, कैसे वो इतने इररिस्पॉन्सिबल टाइप के कमेंट्स दे सकते हैं?
Well, I mean, less said the better about Robert Vadra, because Robert Vadra is not speaking for himself. He's speaking for not only Congress but also for the Gandhi family. So I think if Rahul Gandhi had come out with such statement, there would have been a lot of protest, and his position as leader of the opposition, a constitutional position which he holds in the parliament, I think that would have been tarnished. So that's why it's a very clever way speaking through Robert Vadra, because he is a non-entity. He is just a son-in-law of Mrs. Gandhi, and a filthy rich man and all that.
Yeah.
So that irresponsible statement, it needs to be condemned. So I think the entire country is mourning. These are days of not only mourning and introspection. As Commander mentioned about the kind of effect on the psyche of Indian people and our national pride. This is shooting at our own soul. The Indian soul. भारत का जो आत्मा है उसको बहुत जख्म लगा है. So इसी समय में nobody should bring in politics and pick and choose and say that just because terrorist mentioned, you go and tell Modi and all that. That is only deliberate. The very fact a kind of a monstrous fellow is killing, especially the male, that too after knowing that whether he is Hindu or not. These are all very diabolic. In my last 40-50 years of teaching international relations, I have never come across such a situation where the religion of the person, the target or victim, it has been asked. This is the first of its kind. I think the whole world should condemn. Any leader or anybody from any part of the world, a civilized man, including the media, they should condemn it, because this kind of narrow downing the religious aspect, it's very dangerous. I think it's the mindset of the people who have killed our innocent 26 or 28 people is like the mindset of Hitler. Hitler also was, looking for only Jews. So after finding out the ethnic cleansing that has happened, it's now a small kind of an experiment where they are targeting Hindus. This is, I think, a very dangerous and diabolical kind of a thing that we all should be careful. And as Commander said, our sympathies and our prayers go to the families of the bereaved, and also those who are injured or in the hospital, and the whole nation is with them. That through your interview, I can assure them the whole country will be with you. Forget the kind of people who always doubting Thomases or kind of petty-minded critics are there. They are nowhere. Their voice will not be heard. They are just useless people. But the whole country is with you, and the sacrifice that your people have made, I think I would call them martyrs. हुतात्मा, मेरे लिए हुतात्मा, वो सैनिक जो नहीं है, जैसे कमांडर है वैसा नहीं है, लेकिन ये किस हालत में उसको मारा है. मासूम लोग उधर टूरिस्ट करके गए थे ना, तो उनको चुन चुन के मारा है. And it is something very shocking and diabolic, and I don't think people of India can rest in peace till, as Commander said, the kind of terrorists that are there, not only terrorists, that is only front, the face of terrorists, but the root of terrorists, which you mentioned, root, that is there in ISI. So immediately the government of India, without telling people or making big announcement, just like Balakot, they should attack ISI. And then second thing, Sharmaji, what I have been telling in other channels is that in every house in Srinagar or Jammu, Kashmir area, they should go and find out who is who, what is what. Because today evening I saw in the video or the news that their trenches are there. Outside sanitary kind of outlets are there. There the terrorists are hiding. So this is the kind of inroad they have made. So पूरा देश को कब्जा कर दिया, मतलब terrorist. Rameswaram cafe, here in Bangalore it has happened. So it can happen in any other tourist place also. So we should be very cautious. Because we are complacent, because we wanted to show to the world things are normal, army has done its job, and Article 370 has brought peace and all that. That is a temporary peace, because you have a permanent headache or enemy like Pakistan next to that. So Pakistan's proxies are there. Pakistan is not only a terror state but also a rogue state. In our language jargon, we call it as a rogue state. A rogue state is not bothered about any rights, charter of the UNO or principles of humanity or the kind of sympathy that they have. So that means to say, Pakistan today, the defense minister of Pakistan has admitted openly, for the last 30 years we are doing this dirty job.
Yes.
That itself shows that how they were getting money. He says because of America we are doing, and he also says because of United Kingdom we are doing. So that means to say the Western powers use countries like Pakistan as their own proxies, and as they are trying to perpetuate this. But today it is boomeranging. In Pakistan itself, villages are rebelling against that. So that means to say ये ज्यादा दिन तक नहीं रहेगा. मेरे ख्याल से ISI को खत्म करना है.
I would say, sir, Commander, sir, is it ISI or the Pakistan Army? ISI is, one thing, बट द वे दिस पीपल हैव एंटर्ड, जिस तरीके से ये लोग आए, जिस तरीके से गोली मारी, हेडशॉट किया, उसके बाद में बोला कि जाके मोदी को बोल देना, दैट लेडी वाज शाउटिंग कि आप मुझे भी मार डालो, यू टेक किल मी आल्सो, बट दे सेड नहीं नहीं, आपको नहीं मारेंगे, आप जाके कर देना.
So these people definitely are probably they are from the Pakistan army, and probably they do not have the what do you say, the cover of the army on their name, but they are definitely from the Pakistan army, and they are definitely uh, you know. Fully promoted by the ISI, there is no doubt.
Right.
Pakistan has a natural hatred for India, and they have propagated this hatred to the people from the roots, including the books of the children. So, unfortunately, even the people fundamentally are same everywhere, be it Pakistan or be it India. The way their minds are getting, corroded with all sorts of false information, what we call it, I call it as, I would say, disinformation rather than misinformation, is making things difficult even for them to handle situation, and things have gone out of control in that country, and we know where they are today. They are practically having no money to manage even their own economy. They're not even able to handle the economy to the basic needs of the people today. It's falling. As far as this terror attack is concerned, these people are all total and 100% cowards. They may be great guys, the army very well trained. Some of them may even be very good shots, but they are fundamentally cowards, because it is like killing somebody from the back in an army. It is never done. So, and they are attacking innocent people, and they have, unfortunately for us, they have selected such a spot which is so difficult to approach even in an emergency, other than by chopper. So, because it's all slushy and muddy, that area, and there was no police cover, and we were very complacent in that area to post the the protection there. Besides that, we have definitely lowered our cover in Jammu and Kashmir, because Jammu and Kashmir has been very peaceful for the last few years. The tourists had actually increased the revenue of that state. And I feel now there is a change in thinking in Jammu and Kashmir, which is important. A change in thinking even in the bureaucracy as well as the uh, politica of the J&K, because uh, no one, no one expects unharmed, people, that too from outside Kashmir, who are on vacation, and unfortunately, I hate to say this, but specifically targeted Hindus, because that is something which is, like rightly the Professor Saab said, it is unheard of in the past, and it is cruel. And well, I would like to add on to what he has said. These people are worse than Hitler. Hitler at least had an agenda. He had promoted it well in advance, and he was going ahead doing it.
Nazi.
Nazi agenda. These people have no agenda, and they have no backing in the sense of any political backing, any backing of the people, nothing. They are just pure terrorists, and they just don't. They are faceless. So the unfortunate thing is that we have lowered our cover, and I think we need to be, we need to take immediate action on that, which we will do. Also, we need to take corrective action for whatever has happened, and pay Pakistan for whatever they have done. It is definitely state sponsored. There is very little doubt about it. It's a matter of time. I think it's already, nobody has yet said it is from Pakistan, but it's a matter of time. Pakistan have refused it as a state, but it's a matter of time. It will come out. They even uh, uh, refused anything to take up even with the previous wars, saying it's something internal. So it's all crazy, the thinking. So it's a matter of time. It will come out. It's very unfortunate. ऐसा कभी नहीं होना चाहिए था, लेकिन हुआ है, तो मुंह तोड़ जवाब देने का ही है. बिल्कुल.
ये जो कहते हैं कि आतंक का कोई मजहब नहीं होता,
हाँ
तो
जी.
सारे आतंकवादी एक ही मजहब के क्यों होते हैं, है ना प्रोफेसर साहब? ये जो वाकया हुआ है, ये जो आतंकवादी हमला हुआ है, विच इज प्रूवन कि आतंक का मजहब होता है. अगर नहीं होता तो आप मजहब पूछ करके लोगों को क्यों मारते? आप उनसे कलमा पढ़ने के लिए क्यों बोलते हैं? आप उनके कपड़े उतार के उनसे चेक क्यों करते कि आप हिंदू हो या मुस्लिम हो? आप उनको जो मेंस हैं, जो 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 जेंट्स हैं, उनको आप किल करके आप लेडीज के साथ में ऐसा कैसे बोल सकते हैं कि जाकर के मोदी को बोल देना? मतलब ये दिस इज समथिंग वेरी ब्रूटल एंड इनह्यूमन. तो this is what, which is much more even painful and devastating for and frustrating for all of us.
I would consider this as a very well planned conspiracy, and it is like a mini proxy war. You see, Pakistan, definitely Pakistan is behind ISI. Without ISI, they cannot do it. In ISI, what happens? The Major General is the head of ISI. So that means what he said, that army is behind it, and they train the people there. Another thing I have heard or learned from people like you and him, that there are many who are condemned, like murderers and convicts and all that. So they will give them two choice: either they will be shot dead in the prison itself, or if they go and do this, they will not only be protected, they will be paid and all. So that means mercenaries. We call them as mercenaries, hired soldiers like that.
Precisely.
So these are all people who will kill even, I mean, they don't have basic humanity, because the very fact that in front of a wife and a young child and a grown-up boy, they kill their father or husband or brother like that. So that is a kind of, devilish kind of mindset and all that. So Mazhab ka, I don't think, Pakistan, perhaps it has trained, in its training itself, ISI has removed that idea, that there is no ideology except you attack India, and India means Hindus. So the majority are Hindus, and the very fact that Munir, the army chief of Pakistan, Munir, he made a statement just 1 week before. He said two-nation theory is the basis, and Hindus and Muslims cannot live together. That's wrong, because we have best of Muslims. 80-90% of Muslims in this country are peace oriented. They don't encourage this also, and they don't support Pakistan also, except that they have Quran as their common this thing, because religion is first for them. Nations come second. But Indian Muslims, they are majority of them are good. I have best of colleagues and friends. I was in the army also, for Rajput Regiment Center for 1.5 months. Majority of officers were there, Hindus, the trainers and all. I have not seen such, even Abdul Hamid during that war, you remember, he got. So I mean to say that in Pakistan, they want to divide Indian people in the name of religion. There are a couple of reasons for that. 370 article, then 35, triple talaq, all these things, they are unhappy because their own religious precepts are being made more secular, in terms of making people, as one Indian. So in order to bring national integrity, India is on the progress, and they have been scuttling it one after another. That 26/11 attack, as you said, Pulwama attack, these are all instances. So I think very well planned. I don't think this will be the last one. As long as Pakistan remains as a state, definitely such things will be there. Now, we cannot eliminate Pakistan. We have divided Pakistan by helping Bangladesh. Today, Bangladesh is our enemy. See, they have no gratitude. See, people, and Mahatma Gandhi said, you give 80 crores to Pakistan in order to sustain their economy. Then river water agreement was there. All these things, like, we were accepting. So the liberal approach of Indians as citizens of this country, including Muslims, which is not there reciprocated in Pakistan. This is the mindset. As you said, Mazhab is only for Pakistan. But India, they don't have that. They have only one agenda. You attack and show that we don't like you are interfering or bringing reforms in the Islamic, whatever Sharia and all that. But Sharia in terms of civil, not in criminals. The Indian Muslims also, they are not covered under the criminal law, but they are covered under civil law only. So this is the kind of mindset and the psyche of Pakistan rulers, because Pakistan itself is not a prosperous state, and also it is a country which is almost depending mostly on China. They are ready to mortgage their country for the sake of economic support, investment through China. So Pakistan's economic position, in order to sustain that, they think of such diversions and all that. I think there is a plan. Well, I think there may be many more plans. But I will be thankful to Modi and Prime Minister Modi ji and Defense Minister, if they catch one of the 6 or 7 terrorists alive. We should not kill them. You must extract information from them. That is the only way we can attack. Otherwise, a lot of intelligence is there, technology is there, and you take the help of Israel. Today, America is with you, Russia is with you, except Pakistan and China. All other countries have.
Even at the current moment,
China is also not against us.
No, China is against us in sense. China has not condemned this. Commander, I'm sorry to differ from you. China should have condemned in order to establish its credibility as our neighbor. China is our big neighbor. We have a lot of differences with China. Definitely, the recent events, the borders also we have got. So China is a country. Again, I said I will bring that word or in the phrase proxy war. China wants proxy war through Pakistan in order to restrain India. See, if it attacks India, Russia will be with us, America will be with us. So, yeah, therefore, China is. I don't think China is a well-wisher of India. It's a neighbor. We have no choice. We have to accept it as neighbor and a big neighbor. We can't defeat China in warfare because for 1:20, for one soldier of India, 20 soldiers will come and die for China because it's a communist country. Here it is a democratic country. So the very fact that China is behind Pakistan, so it's a conspiracy of not Pakistan, it's a conspiracy of China to encircle India because India is prospering, our economy is growing, our country is becoming not only economically strong, number 5 will reach by 2030 number 3. So in order to prevent that, probably China's, what put in the espionage or the secret agencies of India should know it also. That.
Thank you so much, sir.
So I would like to add on something to what he has already said. Now, the way of handling the situation in J&K, which has been a problem after whatever has been told by Amit Shah and subsequently political pressure from the opposition for him to resign and all that, with that, that natak has taken place. Resign. I never accept the fact that resignation is a solution. It's only creating more problems. However, the important issue is we need to strengthen our information from the locals, have better information from locals, get information from the sleeping cells which are there in J&K. There are a lot of them, and increase our information and along the border, take off all the camps of the terrorists who are already there in the POK, and probably completely demolish POK except for the people, the innocent people who are there, all the camps there, notwithstanding any turnaround from their side. We don't care. It has to be done because this is the immediate thing which can be done as far as action is concerned. There is already diplomatic action taking place, but that is not sufficient because we have seen in the last 40-50 years, diplomacy has no it has no effect on Pakistan. The terrorist activities continue. Our innocent soldiers and our border security forces, as well as the other security forces and police there, continue to die, continue to get martyred. This is not going to really take the जड़ से निकाल नहीं सकते ऐसे ऐसे ही होना चाहिए. We have to activate our own intelligence system. Just like Israeli had slept and got the Hamas attack, and now they were active, and they took a lot of actions which have reduced Hamas to whatever it is today. We need to do that.
Now, we have seen Nawaz Sharif, we have seen Pervez Musharraf. We have invited them in India and given them the biryani and taken them to Agra and during the time of Atal Bihari Vajpayee and all.
Yes.
Nothing has worked.
Nothing
has succeeded. Now, recent news is that INS Vikrant is deployed in the Arabian Sea.
Yes.
It's just in front of Karachi and Pakistan border.
Yes.
I think our country and the defense department has taken already so much of action. What you have been into such situation earlier also against Pakistan.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Commander.
sir.
So, Commander, how does it look like from that point of view? Seeing in front of, I think similar situation probably you might have gone through in the past also.
I have gone through multiple situations. Now, actually, Indian Navy is to be frank with you, Indian Navy is very angry because our Lieutenant Vinay Narwal, who has been martyred, was on a holiday, and unfortunately a gun was at his neck as well as the head. Otherwise, he would have taken 2-3 terrorists down himself. We are trained sufficiently, and he's strong enough, and he is not someone who will take anything for. He would have fought back instantly, and at least he would have eliminated 1 or 2 terrorists. Unfortunately, before he could take any action, they shot him. So this is something which has hit the heart of the Navy also. So Navy is not going to pardon anyone. They are going to be fully prepared. And it's not because of that whatever actions you said is taking place. In general, our Air Force is already is doing exercises. You have seen that in the paper today. So is the Navy. We are all prepared. We are all very, very angry. And let me tell you, sir, we have nothing, no consideration at all for Pakistan. Whatever little was there as far as respect from army to army, navy to navy, Air Force to Air Force, that's they have truncated it with this absolutely cowardly act and inhuman act that they have done, which goes, I think, beyond anything that we can think of in the last 20, 30 years or 40 years in all over the world. And imagine anything like this happening in Europe or Switzerland or in US. What would have taken place? In US, when they bombed, they went to Pakistan, eliminated this guy, and ensured that he had his burial at sea, so that they don't make anything, any commemoration or any of those things for Osama bin Laden. So they have done that, but still they are not unfriendly to Pakistan, US. See, US has got too many tactics. It doesn't get affected by Europe, it doesn't get affected by Asia because they are far away. So they are master strategists. However, they are peaceful, good, one of the richest democracies in the world, all said and done. Coming back to this same topic, they will not, they will neither be, they are of course condemned everything and all that there, and they don't want terrorism. But they will also try and, because they also need Pakistan for to ensure that there are no terrorist activities taking place in their country. So they will try to, it's a two-edged sword that we are playing with respect to US, though they are mostly with us in these cases. However, there is no escape from us strengthening our own intelligence system and being ruthless. We need to deploy more forces, which were there before the elections took place in Kashmir. It was peaceful that time. So now also it is peaceful, but now a lot of sleeping cells have got, I think, activated, and terrorism activity has increased a little. So we need to nip it in the bud now.
So